host. In this ROS2 tutorial, I will show you how to make your own action server client package in C++. We will create our own package, go over the visibility control.h file needed for Windows build, walk through the server and client CPP files, update the CMakeLists.txt file, build the package, and see the server and client package in action. If you're new to my channel, I teach OpenCV, computer vision, Python, C++, Git, ROS2, SolidWorks, mechanical design, and I have a GitHub that goes along with it. So subscribe to learn more. So here are some C++ references on C++ classes, vectors, inheritance, function pointers, and shared pointers. So go check that out if you need some reference. So let's start off by creating our package. So we're going to cd into our ROS2 workspace and our source folder here. So once we're in here, we could run this command to build our package. So ROS2 package create dependencies action tutorial interfaces. That's the dependencies which we covered in our previous tutorial. And then RCLCPP, RCLCPP action, and RCLCPP components. We're going to use all of that as our dependencies. And we're going to call this package action tutorials CPP. So if I run this, this will create our package. So if I check out here, we're going to see our package has been created, action tutorial CPP. Okay, so we're going to move our visibility controls.h file into our file here inside our includes folder. So we're going to put it inside include and then action tutorials CPP. So we're going to go ahead and copy that file here. So copy this. Sometimes my control C doesn't work, so I have to actually right click and paste. So once I paste that in here, we can see this is our file. So for Windows builds, sometimes this is required. So this will allow certain things to be seen. So you can see there's a lot of if and defs and defines. So you can see that here is for the action tutorial CPP visibility control. And then we have here if defined win32. It's going to define some things for the action tutorial CPP export and the action tutorial CPP import. And you can see here, these are some things for the building DLLs. You have the action tutorial CPP public. And these are just some of the things to allow the libraries after it gets built to be visible as DLLs that we will use later on in this project. So we go back here into our README. We're going to see that once we move that, we could go ahead and move our files into the source folder. So we have our server and client files. So we'll go ahead and move those files over. So we have here the server clients. We're going to copy these two files. And we're going to go inside our source folder here and paste it. So let's go ahead and take a look at what these two files are doing. So here we're taking a look at the client.cpp file. So we have a namespace called action tutorial CPP. We're creating a class called Fibonacci action client. And we're inheriting it from the node class from RCLCPP. Or actually, I should just say we're inheriting from that. And we're defining Fibonacci and goal handle Fibonacci here. And then here we're calling the Fibonacci action client. So here we're having our constructor, which we're passing in the name. And then here we have a client pointer, which we're creating a client here. And then here we have a create wall timer as usual. So this is a typical node structure, right? We're creating a client and then we have a timer. And then here we have our callback function. So inside our callback function, we see that we have a send goal. So this send goal here, we're having using namespace here, std placeholders. And then here we have this timer cancel. So here we have if the client pointer wait So here we have the timer. It says cancel, and then if wait for action server is going to do something, so we have the RCL CPP error, and it's going to have a logger that says action server not available. So this is just some check to make sure everything is working. And then if it's working, we proceed. It's going to get a goal message, and then it's going to define some order. So order of 10, that's going to specify how many times we're going to be outputting. And then here we have a send goal option. Here is the send goal, and then we have a few callbacks. So we have a goal response callback, feedback callback, and a result callback. So that's going to be the general structure that we have here. And then all of these, we have the corresponding callback functions in our privates. So here we have the two share pointers that we used earlier. And then we have the callback functions that's defined here. So, you can see we have here the goal response callback, feedback callback, and the results callback. And then those are the three main callbacks. So for the goal response callback, you can see that here it just says goal was rejected by server or goal was accepted by server waiting for results. And then for the feedback callback, here we have the next number in the sequence received, and it'll just output the next number. And this is just some formatting that it does. And then the result callback here, it says we have a switch. So the results.code is going to have different cases. You have a succeed, aborted, canceled. So it's going to get the different states that it's in. And then after that, it's going to go continue and output the actual number. So result received, and do some spacing, and then output the number, and then shut down. And then this right here will actually register the node, and that will close off the client.cpp file. So here for our server CPP file, let's take a look at that. So the general structure is, again, we define some includes. Here we have our visibility controls.h file that we talked about earlier. But here we have a namespace under action tutorial CPP. And then here we're inheriting from the RCL CPP node. And then here we define a Fibonacci and gold handle Fibonacci. So inside of here, we have the general structure. So you can see we have a Fibonacci, a goal handle Fibonacci. We have a Fibonacci action server, action server, handle, goal, handle, cancel, handle accepted, and execute. So these are some of our main functions here. So here we see that we have our constructor Fibonacci action server. So inside of here, we have namespace placeholders, and then here we have a create server. And when we create a server, we set up our handle goal, handle cancel, handle accepted. Okay, and then you can see inside our private, we have defined our shared pointer. And then here we have our different handles that we've defined. So you can see we have our handle goal, handle cancel, the handle accepted, and then finally execute. So if we take a look at each one, handle goal, receive goal request with order, it's going to output some of that. Here it says receive request to cancel goal, so that will output if it got canceled. Handle accepted, this right here will show you that it's accepted. And then finally the execute, it's going to execute the goal. So here we set up some rate, and then we're going to get the goal, and then we get a feedback, which is an important part of actions. And then the sequence here will get the pretty much keep accumulating all the outputs to have all the different values stored. And then inside of here, we have our main for loop. So we check if there is a cancel request. If not, we update the sequence, push it back to our vector, and then we're going to output some of that. And then we put a little sleep to pause for our loop, so it goes at a reasonable rate. And then finally, we check if the goal is done. And once it's done, we say goal is succeeded, and we finish off our main execute function. So here we have our register node, which will register the node for us. So if we go back into our preview file here, so we were looking into our CPP files. So next thing we want to do is update our CMake list. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this content, or actually this is the one I need to fix. So if I check out my CMake.list here, and then we have it inside our action tutorials, I'm just gonna delete this and replace with the new content. So let's see the things we've added. We've added here, this one is for the server. So this, we added the library action server, the server.cpp. We set up the targets, target compile. This is some of the DLL stuff that we were talking about earlier for our visibility. We have amend target dependencies. So these were the dependencies that we're using. And then here we have the RCL components register node. So we set up some of our library runtime archive destinations for the lib and bin files. And we do the similar thing for the client, as you can see here. So it has a similar structure as the server. And then that's pretty much all the things we added to our CMake list. Okay, so now we're gonna build our package. So we're gonna cd to our ROS2 workspace and then do the build packages select and our action tutorial CPP. So if I go ahead and run this, this should build our package for us. And usually, as we've seen before, the CPP packages usually take a little bit longer. So you're gonna see it take a few seconds to run. Okay, so now we're gonna run our action tutorial CPP server. So here we're gonna paste that and run this. So this should start our server, and then in our other terminal, we're gonna run the client. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cd to our ROS workspace and then source our setup, then run our client here. So paste that and run it. So you can see that it's outputting the Fibonacci sequence and it says publish feedback as we're expecting. And if I cancel it, here we cancel it before it finished or after it finished, so it says goal succeeded. Okay. So in our next video, we're going to talk about action server client package in Python. So go check that out. If you found this video helpful, give a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.